Hi guys, my name is Blake. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm starting off with the first of the spooky season reading vlogs. I'm planning on doing a couple. We'll see how they go. I've attempted a couple reading vlogs in the past and I didn't really have a ton to do or say in them, but because it is spooky season, I thought I would be festive and read some spooky books because this is my favorite season and I have been waiting for it all year. It is currently September 2nd, and also in this month, quick announcement before I get into what I'm reading, the Magical Readathon is taking place this month, and I didn't think I would be able to participate because I just started back at graduate school, and I wasn't sure with my school load and my class schedule if I would be able to participate. But actually, in the month of August, I had free time. It was a very manageable school load and I am actually quite enjoying my classes, and I managed to read 4 books in August. So I told myself I would let myself look into the Magical Readathon to see if it was something that I could even do. And for this month, for the Novice Path, you are only required to read 2 books. So I can definitely do that. I'm pretty sure. So I decided, what the heck, I will participate in the Magical Readathon and just go with it and see what happens. So, with that being said, I am now participating in the Magical Readathon, and the first book that I want to get to is Small Favors by Erin A. I absolutely adore this book. And the dust jacket, which is not with me at the moment. And the end pages, too cute. Girls want to go outside? Outside? Come on, outside, let's go. Okay, so I came outside after filming, and I am now 26 pages into Small Favors. And so far, so good. This is kind of a weird one to describe. I have not read the synopsis for this book. I don't know anything about it at all. I haven't heard anyone talking about it. I've been avoiding any type of spoilery talk. But our main character's name is Ellery, and she lives in this small town in this place known as the Falls, and her family is part of this group of elders. They raise bees, and they're farmers. So I love the beekeeping aspect. That's really cool at the start of this. I don't have any major thoughts on our character yet. I keep calling her Ellery Celery in my head. Sorry if your name is Ellery. That's a really unique name. And I kind of like the name, but also my head just keeps rhyming it with Ellery Celery. Just thought I would give a brief check-in before going back to reading. Not exactly sure what this book is about at this point. But when I figure it out, I will give you an update as I get further in. Okay, I am 10 chapters in. So this far. And so far, I'm enjoying it. It's a little strange. This one definitely feels completely different in tone than her previous book, House of Salt and Sorrows. We are in this little town, and their town is surrounded by this wilderness. And there is a monstrous being in this wilderness. We aren't exactly sure what it is yet, but also all of the animals in town that are being born and out in the woods are deformed. So it does have that gruesome aspect to it. So far, it hasn't been too spooky or anything. I'm 100 pages in, 104 pages in. But I am liking it. I have a lot of questions about this town, though, because there definitely feels like something is off about these townspeople. There's Tegan being so pretty. And that's Talon. She's a puppy, so she's still kind of a monstrosity around the house. We're working on it, though. She's going to be a good dog. I was looking at the readathon prompts, trying to fit books into different ones, just to kind of see what I had as options. And I'm pretty sure that Small Favors is a standalone, so I'm going to use it for the Mist of Solitude prompt, which is read a standalone. But I have made some more headway into the book. About 100 pages since I last checked in, and I have more thoughts. So we're in this small town, and more strange things keep happening. We have a monster or monsters in the woods. We aren't exactly sure. The people in the town, everyone has their own opinion, and they all have different stories. But things are getting spooky, which is very exciting. There was something that happened, and I was really worried that the author was going to go in the exact same direction as House of Salt and Sorrows. But since I have continued reading, I don't think that she's doing that. There was a newcomer in both books, and I thought that the mystery would center around both of those newcomers. But no, I don't think that's the direction that it's going in. Also, to share some of my frustrations, not with the book. I'm really enjoying it so far, but with one of the characters in the book. Ellery has a twin brother named Sam, and I absolutely hate him. He's very cowardly, and he's very sketchy, and he does a lot of questionable things. And I absolutely hate him. Every time he's on the page, I'm just angry. But other than that, we have some haunting, ghostly things going on. Making jambalaya. I am on page 341, which is chapter 31. And I have more thoughts, so the book has definitely taken a turn for the more creepy. But also, I only have 100 pages left, and I have no idea how the author is going to wrap this up. And I'm concerned that it's going to have a rushed ending, because I have so many questions and no answers. But I am really enjoying this setting. The more I read, the more I like it. I love this small town. It's incredibly isolated, and it feels very secluded, and it makes it feel more terrifying what they're going through. Also, a lot of the neighbors in this town, there's a lot of drama between the people that live in this town, and I love watching it unfold. All of the accusations and the hatred between people is really interesting to read about. That goes on for generations. Some characters, though, left earlier at the beginning of the story, and they still haven't come back yet. And I wonder how that is going to affect what goes on at the end of the story as well. I definitely don't know who to trust in this book, because it seems like no one is trustworthy. Hey guys, I'm on page 395, so nearing the end now. And we have this pastor in this town, and he feels like the reason why there are all of these hauntings is because the people in the town are sinners. And at this point in the book, the hauntings have really ramped up. So he has called a public revival, and he's going to make everyone in the town confess their sins publicly. And I always think that's such an interesting scenario. It reminds me of Arthur Miller's The Crucible. Well, guys, it is well after midnight. I stayed up late to finish this book. First book read for the Magical Readathon. Yes, it took me forever, but I'm here. And I have lots of positive thoughts on Small Favors. I am going to give it a 4-star rating, I think. There are a lot of things that I really enjoyed, but there are just a couple nitpicks I have. The author is a great storyteller. If you've read House of Salt and Sorrows, I think you can tell that she is a good writer. Her stories are very fairy tale-esque, and this one is no different. It's very creepy, and I love the small town setting and the atmospheric writing. I really enjoyed the characters and the family aspects. I also really enjoy a lot of the themes that this book explores. Similar to my feelings on House of Salt and Sorrows, I feel like the ending was too quick. I wanted to slow down and have things introduced more slowly, or I wish that some things weren't as easy. But I feel like the ending was just wrapped up too quickly for me. I still had some questions that didn't get answered. Nothing big, like all of the major questions were answered. But there were still some minor things. We still had some characters that were in the earlier part of the story, but then they kind of disappeared for the rest of the book, and we still don't know what happened to them. And there was a bigger reveal at the end, which I saw coming from earlier, but that didn't hinder my enjoyment. I really enjoyed watching it all unravel, so I'm definitely going to read the next thing that she writes. Well, that is a wrap for this reading vlog. I did nothing throughout this entire time, so I'm sure it was a very boring reading vlog, but I have filmed my thoughts. Let me know if you have read it, because I would love to chat about it. I will see you with another video again soon. Bye!